Here are my top 20 ESL questions and answers. Number 1, how are you? There are lots of answers. You could say, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm doing all right. And then, of course, don't forget to ask, how about you? Number 2 is, what's up? What's up means kind of how are you doing? So some possible answers are not much, I'm busy at work, or I'm busy playing soccer these days, something like that. Number 3 is, what are you up to? That means what are you doing now? So you could say, oh, I'm going back to school, or I'm studying for a math test. I'm taking tennis lessons these days. Number 4 is, what's your name? You could say, my name is Jackie. Number 5, do you speak English, or do you speak French, whatever language it is? You could answer, yes, I do, or no, I don't. The next one is, where are you from? The answer, I'm from Canada, or you could say your city, I'm from Vancouver. Number 7 is, what do you do? This is asking about your job. You could say, I'm a teacher, I'm an engineer, I'm an office worker. Number 8, are you married? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Or, I'm engaged. The next one is, do you have children? Yes, I do. I have 3 children, or no, I don't. Number 10 is, what do you do for fun? This is asking about your hobbies. I play tennis, I like to cook, I watch movies on the weekends. Number 11, what time is it? It's 10:30. It's 11 o'clock. And of course, don't forget about 1:45 and 1:15. It's 6:45 or it's 8:15. Number 12, can I help you? You might hear this in a store. You could say, oh yes, please, I'd like to try this t-shirt on, or no thanks, I'm okay. Number 13 is, how's it going? And you could say, oh, I'm good, or oh, I'm very busy these days. Number 14, how was your day? So you could ask someone this in the evening. They could say, oh, it was so busy, or it was great. I went to a really nice restaurant. Number 15, very important, are you hungry? Yes, I am. No, I'm not, or I'm a little bit hungry. Number 16, can you give me a hand? Yeah, sure, what do you need? Or, sorry, I'm busy right now, I can't help you. Number 17, what have you been up to lately? Some answers, I've been taking an English class, or I've been busy at work. Number 18, what did you do last night? I played tennis, I hung out with my family, I watched a movie, something like that. The next one, any plans for the weekend? Some answers, oh, not much, just hanging around my house. Or, I'm going to work on my garden, I'm going to play tennis, I'm going on a big hike. And the last one, any vacation plans for the summer? You could say, yes, I'm going camping with my family. Or, no, not yet. I'll figure that out later. All right, so if you like these ESL questions and answers, please be sure to check out my book, 1001 English Expressions and Phrases. I'll put the link right up there for you. Hi, this is Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. Today I'm going to talk about when to use the passive voice. So don't use the passive voice all the time in writing or speaking. It's not a great way to speak or write in English. However, there are some very specific situations in which you might want to use the passive voice. I will talk about 6 of them. So the first case is if you don't know who did the action. For example, I was at work and I came back to my desk and the cake was eaten. I had cake on my desk, someone ate it, but I don't know who ate it. The second one is, it doesn't matter who did the action. So for example, a solar plant will be built. It doesn't matter who will build it, somebody will build it, but it doesn't matter who it is. All right, the third one is if you don't want to give too much information about who did the action. For example, mistakes were made. Somebody made mistakes, but I don't want to name a specific person because maybe they will get in trouble, or I will get in trouble, or they will be mad at me. Another situation to use the passive voice is for a general truth. For example, rules were made to be broken. The next case to use the passive voice is to emphasize the thing that was acted upon, not the person who did the action. So for example, insulin was discovered in 1921. So maybe you're writing a research paper about insulin, but the paper is not about the person who invented it. That's a small part of it, but you're talking about insulin. So in this case, you could use the passive voice. The final situation to use the passive voice is for scientific papers or lab reports. So for example, the salt was dissolved. So it doesn't matter who dissolved the salt if you're talking in a scientific paper, only that the salt was dissolved by somebody. Okay, so those are the situations in which you might want to use the passive voice in speaking or writing. If you want to learn more English vocabulary and learn more about English, please be sure to check out my book, English Vocabulary Builder Workbook. Here are the top 10 English phrases that we use daily. The first one is good morning. You can also say good afternoon or good evening. The second one is my name is Jackie, or my name is whatever your name is. And you can also ask the question, what's your name? The third phrase is nice to meet you. If someone says nice to meet you, you could say nice to meet you too. The fourth phrase is how are you? Don't say, I'm fine, thank you, and you. You could say, I'm good, I'm all right, I'm not bad. Then you could say, how about you? The next phrase is, I'm sorry. So if you bump into someone, if you make a mistake, if you do something bad, you can say, I'm sorry. The next phrase is, can you help me? You can use this in a variety of situations, maybe at work, if you're shopping, asking friends or family members for a favor. All right, the next phrase is see you soon or see you later. So if you're saying goodbye to somebody, you could say see you soon or see you later. And the next phrase is goodbye or bye. So that means you are leaving somewhere and you want to say goodbye to somebody. And the next phrase is what's up. So you could ask this as kind of like a greeting or saying hello, but it's a little bit informal. So you could say, hey, what's up? And your friend would say, oh, not much or nothing. All right, the final English phrase that we use daily is what's new. You can use this if you haven't seen someone in a while. You could ask them what's new, and they could say, oh, I got a new job, or I started playing tennis, or I'm doing renovations on my house, any of those things. All right, so those are the 10 English phrases that we use daily. For even more phrases, please be sure to check out my book, 1001 English Expressions and Phrases. I'll put the link right up there for you. Hey everybody, this is Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. So today I'm going to talk about party slang. So who doesn't want to learn more American or Canadian English slang? Probably everybody. So here are my favorite things that you might want to use at a party or to describe a party. Number 1, party animal. This is a person that loves to party. Every Friday night, every Saturday night, maybe Tuesday night, Thursday night, they're going to a party. They're drinking lots, they're talking, they're always having fun at parties. Here's an example sentence. You could say, oh, my sister is such a party animal. Or, ooh, my ex-boyfriend, he was such a party animal, but I didn't like it, so we broke up. Because maybe you didn't like to party, but he liked to party, and he was a party animal, so that's why you broke up. Number 2, this is how you describe someone who's had way too much to drink. You could say they're wasted or drunk. So many alcoholic drinks. They've had too many beers, too many glasses of wine, and you could say, oh, that guy, he's very drunk. Or, ooh, I got wasted last night. I had too many drinks last night. Number 3, these words you could use to describe anything that was really fun or really great. The 2 words are epic and rad. I really like these words a lot. So you could say, oh, that party was epic. That means that party was amazing or very fun. Or you could say, oh, that party was so rad, which means the party was great. You had a really good time at the party. This one is also related, a blast. So if someone says, how was the party? You could say, oh, I had a blast. That means I had a really fun time. If you had a party, you could say, oh, I hope everybody had a blast at my party. All right, so this one, you know, sometimes at a party, some people have had way too much to drink. And maybe this person is like sleeping on your couch, or at a restaurant, they're just kind of like sleeping under the table, whatever, something like that. You could say that person is passed out or blacked out. It's not good. It's very, very bad, actually, because your friends or your boyfriend or girlfriend will have to help you get home. You cannot go home by yourself because you're just kind of like sleeping and you've had so much to drink. So you could say, oh, I blacked out last night. I can't remember what happened at that party. Or, oh, my boyfriend is passed out over there. I'm so embarrassed. Something like that. All right, next one. This is at a party with illegal drugs. Not alcohol, well, maybe there's also alcohol, but this is involving drugs. Like, for example, marijuana, cocaine. I don't know. I don't want to list them all, but you maybe know them. So this is how you describe someone who's been taking illegal drugs. You could say they are high or stoned. So you could say, oh, last night I got so high. It means you smoked maybe so much marijuana. Or you could say, oh, she's so stoned. She's acting very crazy. Something like that. Okay, so those are my party slang words for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And please tell me your favorite party slang that you like to use. And also be sure to check out my book on Amazon, American English Slang. You'll find lots of good stuff. Hi everybody, this is Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. Today I'm going to talk about how to do a self-introduction. You may have to do a self-introduction at a job interview, at a conference, something like that. So there are 3 very simple steps that you can follow. But first, I just want to give you a quick tip. Keep it brief. If someone says, please introduce yourself, nobody wants a whole page. They'll be super bored. Basically, people want like 3 or 4 sentences that should take like 30 seconds. If you start talking longer than 30 seconds, people just like, might see their eyes glaze over, they'll lose a bit of focus, they're not that interested. So anyway, here are the 3 steps in the self-introduction. So you can give your name and occupation. Hi, my name is Jackie Bolin, and I'm an English teacher. You can talk about your professional skills and accomplishments. I am a certified English teacher. I've done the CELTA and the Delta course. And I've been teaching English for 15 years to a variety of students and levels. And then finally, the conclusion. So if you're at a job interview, you would probably want to say why you're the best candidate for that job. I would be a great candidate for this job because I have a lot of experience and I'm excited about teaching English students. All right, so that's about it. So remember the 3 things: your name and occupation, and then your professional skills and accomplishments, but don't list everything, keep it brief. And then finally, conclusion, why you are the best person for the job or the opportunity or at the conference, why someone should follow up with you, etc. All right, so that's it. If you want some more tips for speaking English well, be sure to check out my book, 1001 English Expressions and Phrases. Hi everybody, this is Jackie. So today I'm going to talk about my favorite shopping idioms. So the first one is shop around. So to shop around means you look in a few different places, maybe comparing prices, comparing features, something like that. You spend time deciding what you're going to buy. You shop around. All right, the next shopping idiom is retail therapy. So if you feel a little bit sad or a little bit like maybe upset, or maybe you broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, something like that, you could say that you're going to do some retail therapy. So that means you're going to buy some things in order to make yourself feel better. However, it's probably temporary. It won't actually make you feel better, but in that moment, you will feel a little bit better. All right, the next idiom is to talk shop. So if you talk shop with somebody, it means you're talking about work. So maybe 2 of you are both like lawyers or both doctors or something like that. So you're talking about being a doctor, you're talking about medical things, so you're talking shop. All right, the next shopping idiom is costs an arm and a leg. So imagine if you had to pay for an arm or pay for a leg. It's invaluable, you can't buy them. So if something costs an arm or a leg, it's something that means it's very, very expensive. It's too expensive for what it is, and you probably will not buy it. All right, the next shopping idiom is bargain hunting. So if you're hunting for a bargain, it means you're looking for something that is a very good deal. You are bargain hunting. So people often go bargain hunting on Black Fridays in the US and then Boxing Day in Canada. All right, the next shopping idiom is impulse buy. So an impulse buy is just when you're walking around, you're shopping, and you kind of just see something that catches your eye and then you suddenly buy it. You don't think about it, you don't worry about it, you just spend the money and you just buy it without thinking that you actually need it. It's probably something that you don't really need. All right, the final shopping idiom is shoplifting. So shoplifting means you steal something from a store. So you take something from a store and you don't pay for it. Okay, so those are my favorite shopping idioms and expressions. Hi, this is Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. Here are my top 7 ESL Thanksgiving idioms. The first one is I'm stuffed. I'm stuffed means I'm very full. So when you have a turkey at Thanksgiving, you put stuffing inside the turkey. So that is where this idiom comes from. All right, the second Thanksgiving idiom is count your blessings. This means to be thankful for what you have. The next Thanksgiving idiom is going cold turkey. So going cold turkey means to suddenly stop doing something. So for example, if you smoke and you just quit without doing a gradual taper off, you could say, I'm going cold turkey. You quit cold turkey. All right, the next Thanksgiving idiom is food coma. So a food coma happens when you eat way too much food and you have too much food in your stomach and then you start to get very, very sleepy and very tired. You could say, I have a food coma or I'm in a food coma. All right, the next Thanksgiving idiom is gobble up. So gobble, turkeys gobble, the noises that they make. So you could also gobble up all this food at Thanksgiving or any holiday when you eat too much and overindulge yourself. And the next Thanksgiving idiom is stuff your face. So your face, and you stuff food into your face. So at Thanksgiving, there's so much delicious food. So you overeat and you eat way too much and you've stuffed your face full of food. All right, the final Thanksgiving idiom is the gravy train. So people eat turkey with gravy, which is a kind of sauce that you pour over top of it. And so the gravy train means you kind of just take advantage of something very easy. So maybe you have an easy job or you somehow get some money and you don't really have to do any work for it. You could say, I'm riding the gravy train. So you're just kind of taking advantage of this like very easy way to make money, whatever that is. All right, so that is it for my Thanksgiving idioms. I hope you enjoyed it. Hi, today I'm going to talk about sequence words. Sequence words describe the order of things in time. They are used to help people understand events like what's first, what's next, what's last, and how things are related to each other. They're very important in writing, and also we use them in speaking as well. But they are most important in writing, and even writing a paragraph, a sentence, something like that, you will want to use sequence words. So I'm going to talk about some of the most important sequence words that you might want to be aware of. So first of all is beginning words. So you could say things like first, initially, to begin with, one day, or first of all. So you would all see these words kind of at the beginning of a paragraph or the beginning of a story, maybe an email that tells a story, something like that. Next, there are some sequence words for describing the middle. So things like next, meanwhile, secondly, in addition to, are all middle sequence words. The next sequence words are to describe the end of things. So for example, finally, in the end, eventually, by this point. Things like that are sequence words used for the end. There are also sequence words used to interrupt something. So things like suddenly, unexpectedly, but then. So if you're talking about something, then suddenly something else happens, you could use these kind of sequence words. All right, so that is it for very basic sequence words to use in writing and speaking. What is the past continuous tense? You use the past continuous tense to talk about an action that began in the past and it's still happening when another action occurs. I have a few examples for you. I was driving to the beach when I saw some huge storm clouds, so I turned around and went home. So an action was happening, you were driving to the beach, but then something else happened, you saw these storm clouds, so you turned around and went home. Another example is, they were waiting for the bus when they saw a car accident. They were waiting for the bus when they saw a car accident. So the action that was happening is they were waiting, and then another action happened. They saw the car accident. Another example is, I was taking a shower when my friend came over, so I didn't hear the doorbell ring. So the action that was happening was taking a shower, and then his friend came over. That was the event that occurred. So that's it for the past continuous tense. I hope that you found that useful. Please leave a comment, say hello, and give this video a like. Also be sure to check out my book, 199 Really Useful English Expressions and Phrases. Until next time, bye everyone.